good, real ones? It's Levon. You already know who it is. Welcome back to my channel, and I'm here to drop another gem on y'all today. So first and foremost, I'm going to recognize all my new subs that have joined the realist. I see you guys. I noticed since my Haiti vlog, I've gotten a lot of newcomer subscribers, a lot of love, a lot of support from you guys. So I really want to just say thank you. I appreciate it, and I see y'all. So in this video today, I'm gonna talk about semen retention. Okay, look, I know there's some channels out there that are focused on this topic. I know that's basically like what all their content is based on. That's not me over here. I just want to bring my thoughts to y'all, and that just happens to be an aspect of it. But I want to make this video because a week ago today, last Saturday, I hit a milestone that I was trying to reach for the past 2 years or so. So I finally hit my 90-day streak, 3 months of semen retention, no porn or anything of that nature. And I just want to give you guys, I guess, my results, the things that I've gleaned from this experience, and I guess my mental state where I'm at, you know, just anything that I feel is worth mentioning. Number one of the key things that I noticed from this journey is I've been desensitized, right? And I've been desensitized to, I guess, like any kind of sexually arousing stimulant, like seeing half-naked girls on Instagram, or, you know, anything that would have triggered me in the past to want to go watch something. It's like I'm just not really interested in it, or I could see something like that and it'll just be like, oh, okay. And low-key, it's kind of like, I wouldn't say I'm repulsed. Okay, that's a little extreme. I wouldn't say I'm repulsed by that kind of behavior, but it's like I kind of just don't see the value in that much, you know? I kind of look at those things through a different lens now, if that makes any sense. It's more so like, okay, so boom, say I'm scrolling on Instagram and I see someone I know that's got most of their clothes out, or they're posting suggestive pictures, which is fine, you know, to each his own, do what you do. But I'll just look at that and be like, dang, man, I mean, that's all you have to offer. Like, I kind of just see beyond what the post is. Like, it's clearly you're just trying to get attention to some degree, and it's like you're not posting anything that's reflective of, I guess, your character, your personality, your intellect, like nothing along those lines. You know, it's just like, all right, hey, here's my body, look at it. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how I look at those things now, and I don't really think that deep into when I see it all the time, but it's just, I just don't really care. It doesn't make me want to, like, oh man, I don't start fiending. Like, that whole lustful side of things when I see pictures or videos that are suggestive, it's just not there. And it's funny because you think the opposite would kind of happen if you step away from masturbation and watching pornography, that you would just 100% be ready to go, like, all the time, like, oh man, I gotta get this out of my system, because that's how you thought before. That's kind of how things were when you'd have that build up. But after a while, over time, things kind of just like even out, and you're just chilling for real, you know? And the desensitization, being desensitized, it's kind of on the opposite spectrum. So it's like, when I'm seeing those things, I'm desensitized in the sense that I'm just not automatically triggered, you know? As opposed to before, when I become desensitized, it'd be like, oh yeah, I've watched some really graphic, some extreme stuff, and now you know how it'd be, like, you watch one video and then, all right, that's not really doing it for me no more, so you go for something that's a little more out there, and then, all right, you know, now that's your plateau, that's your baseline, if you will. and then you just got to keep elevating to just more extreme things. That's kind of just how it goes. I mean, I know y'all know what I'm talking about. So, and then you become desensitized in that sense to even just seeing someone outside that in public that you would typically find attractive. Then it's just, oh, whatever, because they're not doing all this crazy wild stuff on screen, you know? Number 2, what's the next thing I noticed from this 90-day experience? I'd say is that just being more willing to try new things, and not really pushing things off to the side, you know, just being more proactive, I'd say. Like, y'all know how it is, you're watching porn, that's the easiest, at least this day and age. Like, you don't have to go get some VHS or read through a magazine, you don't have to go to the store, everything's just right there on your phone at the click of a button. And when you're stepping away from something that gives you that high of a sensation, and that's just that easy to attain, you're gonna want to, and you're gonna have to find other means, other sources to give you that same level of stimulation, and probably not even the same level, because porn is just way up there when you're watching it. But you're gonna have to find other things to satisfy your brain's craving for dopamine. And that being said, I've done just a lot of just random new things. One would be, I bought concert. I didn't actually get to go to the concert for some other reasons, but I bought concert tickets to this dude, keyboard player, pretty sick. He's like 13, 14 years old, and I found him on Instagram. He's nasty on the keys, he's nasty on the guitar, nasty on the bass, like everything. He plays it all. Justin somebody, I can't remember his last name. I'm such a huge fan, but bought tickets to go see him, and I've never been to an actual concert or just treated myself to anything like that, but I was ready to go. Couldn't go for other reasons, but I was down, and you know, that was something new that I was willing to try. Bought a new bike, so that's pretty sick. It's a Giant, I think it's like a 12-speed, goes up there. Paid a pretty penny for this thing, and like, I've just been getting out more, you know, riding my bike around. Now I'm downtown, as you guys can see, downtown Toledo. Know what I'm saying? Beautiful day, and just wanted to get out more, do new things. I remember the other day I was kind of just bored at the crib. I'm like, man, I gotta get out the house. So I took my bike, rode to the mall, went and watched Black Widow. I've never ridden out there or that far. It's like maybe 6-8 miles or something like that. Just bored, just looking for something to do. So things like that, just being more willing and ready to just get up and do, and just try new things, I'd say, you know. Number 3, I'd say, is just being more decisive is something I've noticed, or being more firm in my decisions, you know. There's been man, there was so many times when before, if I'd be deciding on something, I'd be so torn, not really knowing what the right thing to do was, and that kind of still happens today, but it'd be a lot more just remorse and, oh man, did I make the right decision? Oh shoot, like kind of anxiety over that kind of stuff. And now it's like, yeah, I'll make a decision, I'll just be fine with the decision that I make. You know, and maybe all of this isn't just based off semen retention. Maybe it's just me getting older. You know what I'm saying? Becoming a old man. I'm about to be 30 soon, y'all, man. That's kind of wild to me. Jesus. I'll be 27 towards the end of this year. And I'll be 30 before I even know it. Anyways, Jesus Christ. So maybe that's not like a strictly semen retention thing, but I feel like it has played a role in my decisiveness, you know, and kind of going off of that, just being okay in uncomfortable situations. I know I kind of touched on me having to confront some people at work, and also being in a situation where some people were asking me for certain things, where before I'd been asked basically verbatim to do the same exact thing. And I know I'm kind of going all over the place with this, but just, hey, it's impromptu. I'm kind of just doing my thing, all right? Stay with me. So before, when people would ask me to do certain things, if I was on the fence about it, I'd still be like, yeah, even though no was probably a better answer for me, you know, for my benefit and my outcome, I'd still say yes. But there's been situations recently being asked the same exact things verbatim. I'm just like, oh, no, I can't help you. And it kind of left the other person or other people in a bad situation, but I knew if I stepped into that, then it'd be like, it wouldn't be good for me, you know, or my benefit. And I mean, we're all selfish to some degree at the end of the day. And it was hard because these were people that I care about, that, you know, mean something to me in my life, but just having to say no and leave them in a tough situation because I had to look out for myself, it was hard, but I was able to do that and be fine with it. And it seems as though they just respected my decision. And I mean, we've been, even though things were tough then, even though I had to leave them in that situation to figure things out for themselves, it was like, we're still able to come around and like, hey, appreciate you still for making the decision that you did. Like, I respect that, and I know why that you made the decision you did. You know, just not really feeling obligated to appease to anyone's needs. You know, it's just like, hey, I'm doing my thing. If you on board, then cool. I'm just looking out for myself and my mental well-being. That's really what's paramount for me right now. And that kind of moves me into the fourth thing. So this one's a major one. Fourth thing I'd say I've noticed is my motivation for being on this journey has completely flipped from when I originally started. So I remember it was back when I was working at Home Depot a couple years back, and when I first found out about semen retention and NoFap and abstaining from porn, it was an accident. I was actually trying to get back with my ex. Trying to get back with this girl I was talking to, man. Oh, whole another story. And so my foundation, what me being on this journey was rooted in, it was like, oh yeah, any kind of way I can appear. It was kind of like a facade. What can I do to appear more attractive to someone else? And basically just any kind of trick, any kind of gimmick I could think to. And this is, man, this was me. This is where I was at, and I cringe. I cringe inside. I cringe on this video. Y'all can just see it. But that's where my mindset was, and semen retention just happened to be an aspect of that, where I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna do this too, and this could help out in the end. But I say that to say that my purpose for being on this journey has completely flipped. Like, now I'm really just doing this for me. I remember in my earlier days, it would be like, all right, I'm a weekend, I'm 2 weeks in, 3 weeks, whatever. If I got to 3 weeks, because it was a struggle back then, it'd be like, oh yeah, let me look around. How are people responding to me? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, are people, it was a very externally, I was very externally focused, I'd say. It was, all right, I'm doing this thing that's supposed to be better myself, but I'm doing it to receive accolades, to receive validation, or, you know, props or whatever it was from other people, from external forces, sources, whatever have you. And now it's really all just internal. Like, this is something I'm doing. I'm sharing it with you guys, but this is something I just practice in my private life. And I'm only sharing this because I feel like this could really help people. And I know how much it's impacted in my life. And I remember, it's funny, just watching videos back then and hearing people say all this motivating stuff. And that was another thing that made me want to embark on this journey. And now here I am, you know, and I'm seeing the effect that it's had on me too. So anybody that's out here who hasn't, anybody who who's out there who's watching this, any guys in particular, obviously, that haven't tried, you know, letting that stuff go, because I know there's just so many people out there who are in the same boat that I was in, who are struggling with that same vice, and you're not able to escape it, and it has its hold on you. I'd say give this a try, like really be intentional about it, you know? That was a bit of a tangent, but my motivations have changed, and I'm doing this for reasons that I'm actually proud of now. Alright, and lastly, just so this video is not too long, just to round it out at a solid 5. And also, like, look at this day, man. I don't want to be sitting here recording all day. I want to get out and ride my bike around. What the heck? And y'all can probably hear this movie or whatever they got going at the park. Anyways, fifth and final thing I want to say for this video is just a higher level of confidence, honestly. I promise you guys, I'm relatively humble, but I don't know, I just have this aura, this feeling about myself where I'm just walking around kind of feeling like, you know, you're the shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, just knowing that from where I was previously to where I am now, that's giving me such a boost in confidence. I feel good about myself and what I got going, you know what I'm saying? Having just, even if you just go back to my earliest videos when I first started doing, I guess, these motivational videos on my channel, it was just, you could tell a difference. In the past year, I think is when I started last March, I could just tell the difference from how I'm delivering my videos, the cadence in which I'm speaking, just being more sure of what I have to say. And I mean, and all that stuff, I know it just came with time. It's came with putting in the work, you know what I'm saying? Even I've talked about health and fitness on my channel here, and how that's given me a boost in my confidence. And I feel like, I believe that a driving factor in that was just me getting in the gym, you know, and putting in the work and doing the things I need to, so that my body appears, so that I'm more confident in my body. Not that it appears a certain way, I don't really care about how it appears, but I feel more confident with the way I look. And you know, just all these things, and knowing that I'm not doing anything shady behind closed doors, you know, that I would feel ashamed to tell anybody, that also plays a role. You know, when you don't have anything to hide, you know what I'm saying, when you know you're a solid person all the way around, not saying there's nothing that I can't work on, but you know, when you know you're not doing anybody dirty, when you're not lying to folks, when you're not doing anything questionable behind closed doors, like, you just have a sense of peace about you, you know? It's like a peace of mind, I'd say. It's just living a open, kind of just authentic life. Like, I don't have anything going that I'd be ashamed to tell anybody. It could be a stranger, it could be people I know. Like, I'm just fine with what I got going on in my life, and with the things that I'm doing, I'm completely happy with, you know? And I know that's just a huge aspect of that has been from me being on this journey, you know? So yeah, I'd say that's the fifth, Jesus. I'd say that's the fifth thing, just to round this video out, man. If you made it this far, why can't I speak today, guys? Why can't I speak today, bro? This is blowing me. Yo, if you made it this far, I appreciate you watching. And yeah, to all my guys, if you're thinking about how do you get your life from point A to point B, and you're trying to just level up and take things to the next level, you know what I'm saying, just consider getting on this journey. I know it's been a complete life changer for me. It's been a blessing, and I'm only gonna keep going, because now I've proved to myself that that's something I can get away from. It's something that I don't need in my life anymore. I'm not gonna say I don't have moments where I want to go back and whatnot, but it's not something that I want to do from this point on. So yeah, guys, if you want to join the realist, if you made it this far in this video, go ahead, leave a like, comment, subscribe to your boy, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next one.